Hello, welcome to the 43rd Annual Human Relations Student Awards Program. I'm Wanda Allen Abraha, and I am the Director of the City of Winston-Salem Human Relations Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Department. As always, we are beyond excited to present to you some outstanding young people from right here in the Winston-Salem community. These youth represent the public schools in the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School System, as well as a few private schools that are local to our community. These young people do extraordinary things each and every day, and we really feel honored to celebrate their contributions to our local community. Oftentimes, our youth are sort of categorized as not being productive and not being supportive of others. And we are here to let you know, by way of this very program, that that could not be further from the truth. The young people that we are featuring during this program really are the cream of the crop here in our local community. They work in areas such as civic engagement, volunteerism, race relations. They do all sorts of wonderful things. And so please join us as we celebrate and acknowledge all that they are. So please sit back, take it all in, and celebrate with us. And now I would like to pass this on to our very esteemed Mayor, Alan Joines.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alan Joines, Mayor of Winston-Salem, and it's great to be here as part of the Human Relations Commission Student Awards ceremony. It's always a fun event that's done every year, and I want to congratulate, obviously, the students who are being recognized today for their achievements in school and outside of school with their extracurricular activities. Also, we must also congratulate and thank the staff of these schools as well as the parents who are encouraging these young people to do these great things. So on behalf of the City of Winston-Salem, congratulations to all of you.
Greetings, recipients of the City of Winston-Salem's Human Relations Student Awards. The recognition you're receiving today is a testament to your commitment to making the world a better place through service to others in our community at large. You are a leader amongst your peers and are unafraid to stand up for what is right around the issues of race, religion, and cultural differences. Your actions have enriched the lives of others. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" You are here today because you have answered that question. My hope is that you continue answering that question and bring as many others along with you as possible. Thank you for demonstrating the core values of our school district. I am honored that you are part of the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools family. Your powerful acts have made and will continue to make our schools, our district, and our community a better place. A special thank you to the City of Winston-Salem's Human Relations Department for acknowledging and celebrating you and the other outstanding student nominees. Congratulations on receiving this prestigious honor. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Pastor Robert Lee III, and I am the chairman for the Human Relations Commission. I would like to take the time this evening to congratulate all of our students this year who will receive an award this evening. Your hard work and perseverance should be applauded tonight, and you should be very proud of yourself for reaching this monumental accomplishment. I would also like to thank my colleague, Vice Chair Melissa Thompson, as well our Student Relations Committee Chair, Ms. Carrie Wiggins, and her committee for organizing this event this year, and as well the staff of the Human Relations Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Department Director, Ms. Wanda Allen Abraha, and as well the Assistant Director, Mr. Ronnie Christian, and their amazing team. Again, congratulations to all of our scholars this year and best wishes for you in your future. Enjoy tonight's event. Congratulations again.
Congratulations to the 2023 Human Relations Student Awardees from the Winston-Salem Youth Advisory Council.
Woo! Congrats.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome our guests for this evening. Nathan Rump is such an amazing young man. I met Nathan when he was in middle school through the YMCA Youth Achievers Program. It was our first year providing this program to middle school students. But when I met Nathan, I saw something in him that was just said, leader. And Nathan became our first president for the Youth Achievers Program. And yet Nathan has continued to go on and do great things. And when I asked that he come back and speak to our students, he did it without hesitation. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce our speaker for this evening, Mr. Nathan Rump.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Nate Rumpf. You can call me Nate, just Nate. I am a Winston-Salem native. I'm from East Winston. I went to R.J. Reynolds High School, then went to University of North Carolina at Charlotte, where I graduated with my degree in mechanical engineering. And then I graduated and started working for the company I work for now, which is Solve Industrial Motion Group, where I serve as an application engineer. I had the pleasure of being invited to speak to you guys today from Ms. Carey. And when she described y'all's group to me, I had an idea of what I wanted to talk about pretty quickly. And essentially what I want to talk about is a simple question, and that is, what is community? Dictionary.com defines it as a social group of any size whose members reside in a specific locality, share government, and often have common cultural and historical heritage. The definition makes sense. You can imagine a small village with a hierarchy as well as shared cultural values and traditions. I see bonfires and family dinners, birthdays and coming-of-age ceremonies. But as of late, I think that definition has taken on a few additional attributes. Thanks to our familiarity with the internet, the term community could grow to include any of your Warzone squad that you never see in person, some regular contributors on a Reddit forum, the comment section of your favorite YouTuber or TikToker, or the select few followers that you keep on your Finsta. Gone are the days where we all needed to come together in a centralized location to appreciate the individual contributions of the ones who we share common interests with. And it's wonderful, truly amazing to have the bounds of time and space lifted, but it also comes with a cost. An unfortunate byproduct of all this access to the world around us is that it has led to a neglect of the world that we inhabit. An insane amount of info dumping that fills our heads with everything from Ice Spice memes to live executions. It leaves us in this awkward state of wanting to go back to scrolling in peace, blissfully returning to your favorite cook or streamer, but this pit in your stomach because you just saw how large the wealth gap truly is. Information that so easily leaves us in a state of paralysis that we can find it not impossible to act, but stuck with the question of why even. When you step outside, you don't see anyone else questioning the way that things are. No one's questioning the labor practices of the clothes that they wear, or heck, you may not even be able to ask that question because you depend on clothes being inexpensive. So instead, we're stuck asking defeated questions like, how can I stop a police killing across the country that isn't even in motion yet? What can I even do to get hundreds of thousands of people sheltered when I'm not even sure how to do my taxes? What's rounding up to the next dollar gonna do for people whose situation is gonna go right back to where it was before my 2 cents? I can't single-handedly solve the hunger crisis that's impacting the nation. I can't even service the need for food across town. Tell me what's the point if I can't fix it? When looking up what seems to be a wall stacked as high as the heavens above, it's easy to get caught up in how small you really are in the grand scheme of things. And quite frankly, I'm not here to tell you any different. You and I are small cogs in a system that is designed to work both with and without our input. But small does not mean insignificant. Small does not mean useless. Small only means that we need more than just ourselves. We need community. We were all born with a select set of skills that through the honing of life's adventures, those skills have been developed into something that is hyper unique to us. Skills that will not and should not look like those of our neighbors. It is important to also recognize that there is no economy on talent. There is no market designed to tell you how valuable what you have to offer is. Because what we have is designed for our use only, for only those who need it from us. There is no numbers game about who can impact the most people. Instead, the question should be, how can I impact those who need what I offer? Not everyone needs a financial blessing or a strong, able body to lift the heavy table. Some people just need to be heard by someone who can hold that kind of space for them. Some people just need to feel the healing effects of love from someone who specializes in showing it. We need to stop viewing what we have to offer through the lens of how much revenue it can generate, constantly chasing after what's next that can make us money and neglecting our talents. Instead, we should focus on optimizing the things that we know we can provide. It's my understanding that each and every one of you is in here because you too have adopted a credence similar to this, that it is better to give volunteered free labor to something that you care about than to sit back and talk yourself into that wall. This is no slight at those who have not been called or do not have the capacity to make moves on their own, since nobody can truly be expected to be contributing 100% of the time. Just understand that in the coming years, we will have to focus our efforts on the society at large more than our individualistic goals. That our few hours a week to help those who really do not have the means to do it themselves is truly what will matter in the end. Our presence is a currency that we can use to purchase a small but impactful piece of the change in the world that we call home. And hopefully inspire more work alongside us so that we can negate the fact that we don't take up much space with the fact that we're doing it alongside others. We will have to lean on community. As you've most definitely seen, the world is in fact on fire. But don't focus on the world. Focus on your backyard, across the street, or across town. Remember that government does not create things. At most, it puts people in motion so that the people can make things happen. And the good news with that is that you don't have to wait for someone else to make that happen. You can make that happen. You already have. The world is going to need people like us so that we can sustain and repair that which does not make financial sense to fix. We're going to have to use our hearts as our motivation to give a little bit more for the ones next to us and to lean on someone else for what we're in need of as well. Something like that seems damn near impossible after being sold the idea of the individual. But I'll ask you this. Name the last revolutionary invention that was conceived, researched, tested, and brought to market, all by a single person. The world around us is already dependent on cooperative effort to get anything and everything done. We just have to restructure the way that we view it. There are no more one-man jobs. Gone are the days of even thinking that we should be able to create earthquakes with our steps. Instead, let's focus on syncing our steps up with those next to us so that our footsteps can be felt throughout the city, throughout the country, and even throughout the world. And with that, creating space so that we can get back to something that looks similar to that village. So when you ask me about community, I think about cookouts and bonfires, but I also think about GoFundMes and Kickstarters. I think about mutual aid and off-the-record therapy sessions over food. I think about all the people I may or may not know that are in need of something that I can offer. Because I, like all of you, am the product of all those that poured into me over the years. And I recognize that I was given that so that I could pour into others. So if you ask me to answer the question of what is community, I'd say community is the backbone of life as we know it, and the only thing that will sustain us in the end. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to come and speak for you. Remember that we may be small, but we have power, and that individuals may be weak, but organized, we are strong. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Wow, what a performance. Thank you to the R.J. Reynolds High School Jazz Band. And now, without further ado, let's meet our awardees for this year. Our student awardees, once again, have done extraordinary things, and we know that you will appreciate their contributions just as much as we do.
Elijah Thorpe. Elijah consistently demonstrates a positive attitude towards her school and community. She is friends with almost everyone but doesn't give in to peer pressure. Elijah is a strong leader who stands up for herself, others, and for her convictions. She always helps others and models honesty, integrity, kindness, and excellence in all she does. Israel Cortez Jimenez. Israel consistently models compassion, citizenship, and leadership at school, from classroom behavior and participation to leading as a member of safety patrol to helping his fellow students. Israel stands out among his peers as a compassionate and wise soul. Yasin Al-Sus. Yasin always shows respect to everyone. He is a kind student and goes out of his way to ensure that he is doing what he's supposed to be doing. He is a model student all day, every day. Amelia Harrington. Amelia always shows compassion and empathy. When she sees someone who needs help, she stops what she's doing to help and does not expect anything in return. She keeps a positive attitude and works to see the best in others. She is consistently kind to others. Carly Oberlin. Carly is a very caring and compassionate student. She is a model student who helps others with no hesitation. She looks for the good in every situation. Carly demonstrates academic achievement as well as citizenship and leadership skills. Vincent Zhang. Vincent shows exceptional work ethic and compassion both in and outside of the classroom. He goes out of his way to assist others and help out in the classroom when anything needs to be done. When out of school, he also assists his family in their restaurant, demonstrating the same qualities. Alexander Patrick Burns. Alex demonstrates exceptional compassion and empathy for others daily. He is always willing to help any of his peers, provide a positive comment, or uplift classmates when they are down. Alex will always go out of his way to help someone who needs it, is always willing to help his teachers, and is the kindest student. Alex always looks on the bright side of things and makes the classroom a welcoming place. Ashley Tatum. Ashley assisted in the media center checking in books for students and staff. She is an active member of Lead Girl. Ashley is a praise dancer and usher in the community church. Tyler Russell. Tyler stands out because he is a well-rounded student. He has excellent conduct, works hard academically, and excels in the arts. He works well with peers and classmates and shows respect to his teachers. He always shares his positive attitude with his classmates and others throughout the school. He never hesitates to support other students in class who might need extra assistance or encouragement. Allie Essick. Allie is kind, thoughtful, and always helps people with what they need. She works to make everyone happy. Sharing with everyone is important to her. She enjoys making things for people, such as care packages she puts together for homeless people. Chloe Christian. Chloe demonstrates compassion inside and outside the classroom. In the classroom, she is a leader who always chooses to do the right thing and works to her greatest potential. Outside of the classroom, she is captain of the school dance team and assists in teaching the younger students. Mia Bernal Lopez. Mia has a positive outlook and works hard to get along with others. She is a good student and pursues a variety of goals. Mia has a great smile and good work ethic. Brenda Noriega Pena. Brenda has blossomed over her years at Frank Morgan. As a newcomer, Brenda spoke very little English, but now she is an advocate for herself and other newcomers. Brenda is active on the school's safety patrol, supports other newcomers in the school, and is always seen lifting a hand or providing an encouraging word to her peers. Brenda's compassion, diversity, is what makes her so special. Saida Raquel Valles. Saida is compassionate towards others. She has been at Griffith Elementary since kindergarten and has always been a model student. She works hard academically and has no problem with helping others. Oliver Rodriguez Casillas. Oliver is always eager to learn. He is compassionate towards others and has been recognized for his integrity and community spirit. Denasia Sanders Pulliam. Denasia is always kind to her classmates, teachers, and staff. She works hard and is always willing to be a friend to others. She leads by example through her kind acts. Due to her caring manner, she has gained the respect and trust of her classmates. Sophia Santillan. Sophia is the epitome of a student who understands race and cultural relations. Sophia has a diverse group of friends whom she really treats all equally. She is a great student and shows respect to her teachers and classmates. Andrew Drew Couture. Drew is always happy and friendly to those around him. He offers help to others when they need it or if they have fallen behind in class. He treats everyone equally and with the same jovial spirit. Molly Shannon. Molly radiates joy and shows enthusiasm in the classroom. She puts others before herself. She notices when classmates need a pick-me-up, seeks out ways to show kindness, and is overall a ray of sunshine for so many. She is inclusive of her classmates, intentional about befriending students who need a buddy, and always has a positive attitude. Molly is also very active at her church and has a heart for serving the local community. Carolina Alvarez Juarez. Carolina is always showing compassion to other students. She is a hard worker and overcomes adversity by listening to others, working hard, and doing what is expected of her. She demonstrates a positive attitude daily and supports her fellow classmates.
Kaylin D. Holt Williams. Kaylin has shown a lot of personal growth. She empathizes with and shows kindness to students who have difficulties making friends and interacting with others. Joseph Jackson Hutchins. Jackson is a disciplined, respectful, and focused scholar filled with an exuberance that warms the hallway every morning when he greets every single teacher he sees. He is a well-rounded individual who has represented Kano not only academically, but also in extracurricular activities. He is a D-Unity dancer, spelling bee participant, multiplication tournament mathlete, and a talent show winner. Outside of school, he is a Cub Scout working on his arrow of light to become a full-fledged Boy Scout. Brianna Hall. Brianna started an outreach program called Bree's Blankets. Working in conjunction with the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office and Forsyth Assistant Principals Association, she collects blankets and sleeping bags and hands them out at community events for those who may be homeless or out in the cold. Her efforts have been recognized on a segment by Cindy Farmer on Fox 8 News. Elizabeth Powell. Elizabeth is a kind and caring young lady who is always inclusive of her peers. As a volunteer for the Ronald McDonald House, she has helped with the lemonade stand fundraiser, packed luminaries, and participated in many other fundraisers to support this worthwhile charity. Carlos Peña. Carlos is a kind-hearted and hard-working young man. He is always willing to help others in any way that he can. He comes into class every day with a smile on his face, ready to learn. He also has a strong sense of responsibility, which makes him a great peer role model. Leah Calix Flores. Leah also adds so much to the classroom and to the rest of the school. She is always kind to everyone. No matter what is happening to her, Leah always has a smile on her face and an encouraging word for those around her. She is a positive example for others to look up to. She's hardworking, focused, and positive. Cohen Moschler. Cohen always shows respect toward everyone. He makes a point to stop before leaving in the afternoon to thank his teachers and to tell them to have a good day. When it comes to helping others, Cohen does so without hesitation. Cohen brings such kindness to the school. Israel Andrade Merino. Israel is a kind student who likes to help his peers. He respects school rules and always does what is right in class. Cora Rubley. Cora and her little sister founded a nonprofit, Girls That Give, in December 2019. They have run many food and clothing drives, partnering with Hanes brands, local churches, and sports organizations. All donated items go to Hope Center, which distributes them to food insecure families and others in need. Taheem Davis. Taheem is always helping others. He helped a student who was struggling with family problems, volunteers in a second grade classroom to help out another student, and mows the grass for a local family. Liam Gordon. Liam is a role model both in school and in the community. At Sedge Garden, he serves on student council, helps out with the school store, and is a leader in the classroom with 3 classroom jobs. He is always quick to help and encourage classmates. In the community, Liam assists in Taekwondo classes with lower belt levels, is active in Boy Scouts, and created homeless bags for a local shelter. Griffin Powell. Griffin has a compassionate spirit and the desire to share what he has with others. He has a strong sense of empathy, and it leads him to do things like pack up his own family's dinner and bring it to a homeless person he passed on the street. He uses what he has to make the best out of every situation for himself and for those around him. Rachel Arsenault. Rachel is always ready and willing to help in any way she can. She jumps in with her grade level, with younger grades, or with staff. She always has a smile on her face and treats all people with equity and kindness. Srishti Janger. Srishti represents the best of Southwest Elementary due to her compassion for her classmates learn about Indian traditions. She often shares a different point of view in class and offers connections to the topic based on her experiences. She's compassionate, kind, and patient when others are working with her. Nora Darve. Nora always comes to school with a smile every morning. She is the first to offer assistance when someone needs help. She always makes sure to include her classmates so no one feels left out. She always introduces herself to new students to make them feel welcome. She truly cares about others' feelings and always helps to cheer others up when they're feeling down. Marielle M.J. Flores-Hahn. MJ shows kindness and compassion to everyone she encounters. She has befriended a student to help him keep out of trouble. She is also involved in community activities such as Girl Scouts and helps her mom run her jewelry business. Jarmel House. Jarmel is a kind and respectful student who is always thinking of others. When anyone needs help with anything in class, whether it be schoolwork, cheering up classmates who've had a bad day, or including overlooked students in groups or activities, Jarmel is always there to help. Haley Kuhn. Haley is compassionate and devoted to community outreach. She and her family raised money to help with medical and living expenses for a fellow student who is currently battling leukemia. She also donates her lightly used toys and other items to the homeless and local community members in need. Riley Walser. Riley and her dad are extremely active with the outreach ministries at their church, Journey Church. They help with food and clothing donations for homeless shelters. Riley donates her own clothing and items to children at these shelters. Riley really enjoys giving. She likes taking the food herself and seeing how happy people are to receive their services. William McCulley. Although William is very introverted, his heart and compassion shine through. William is always the first one to help another student or to help his teacher if needed. He always has kind words and is a sympathetic and understanding young man. He is kind, thoughtful, sensitive, and helpful to others.
Sadie Rudart. Sadie is very involved in service, both within the school and out in the community. She is a peer mediator and serves on student council. Emma Dorton. Emma has a bubbly, enthusiastic personality. She always makes time to be with her family and friends because they are highly important to her and push her to do her very best. She enjoys volunteering in school activities with little children at her church and the soup kitchen. Lazaria Taylor. Lazaria stands out for her volunteerism and compassion. She's a very kind person who is always willing to help and ready to pitch in where needed. She is genuinely concerned with the needs of others. America Cassiano Montez. America is really great with helping her peers and staff members in school. She also likes to keep peace among the student body. Vida Sanka. Vida is an amazing and compassionate young lady. She is a bright student, successfully working 2 grade levels ahead in the highly academically gifted program. Vida befriends all students and actively serves our diverse population as a student ambassador. She also promotes cultural awareness through her award-winning artwork. Harrison Grubbs. Harrison is an active participant in Boy Scouts. He is known for being the first to arrive and the last to leave. He assumes leadership roles on the cross-country team as well as Kernersville Honor Society. He assists his elderly neighbor with yard work and retrieving the mail. He is very involved in the Moravian Church and is spoken highly of amongst his peers and teachers at Kernersville Middle School. Mackenzie Stewart. Mackenzie is very involved in school activities. She is an officer and founding member of the Student Council and is involved in the yearbook R2C2 and the theater club. She is hardworking, patient, and kind to everyone. Teachers describe her as an emerging leader and role model for kindness, compassion, and consideration of others. Daniel Ramirez Perez. Daniel demonstrated exceptional skills at his vocational prep assignment at Dress for Success, as well as at school. He goes beyond expectations on the job and completes assignments with minimal supervision. He is the face of Lawrence most people do not expect. Jaquan Campbell. Jaquan showed tremendous growth and maturity during his time at Main Street Academy. He always was pleasant to his peers regardless of their grade level. He was always wearing a smile and spreading positive energy to anyone he encountered. If you needed a laugh, Jaquan would get the job done. Hannah Keneally. Hannah is a cheerleader and is often found helping her peers. She's compassionate, patient, and helpful. Chloe Lawless. Chloe is an exceptional student. She's extremely kind to peers as well as to staff. Chloe participates in the prep band that performs during sporting events, and she truly loves being a part of something that brings school spirit to our population and visitors. Madeline Maddie Rowland. She currently serves as a peer mediator, member of both Crosby Scholars and Gear Up, the Art Club, Drama Club, and as a student aide in our school's library. On Wednesdays after school, she takes piano and afterwards attend the youth group at Elevation Worship, where she is also a Sunday school teacher for K-3. She regularly participates in community service opportunity and recently aiding in making care packages for children in Africa for the holidays. When speaking with her teachers, they chose to nominate her for her maturity, ability to work with peers and faculty in a positive way, and her desire to improve her community. Virginia Brake.
Virginia is a dedicated Save Club member who demonstrates leadership and social skills that are necessary for growth. She is intentional and seeks to be educated in various topics and subjects. She has a special gift for understanding others and looks out for their well-being. Sophie Elliott. Sophie demonstrates authentic care and concerns for others. She spends her time volunteering in the community AARF, where her church, and as a peer mediator at Wiley. She is in tune with the needs of those around her and does not hesitate to lend a listening ear and a kind word. Jazaria Gist. Jazaria is kind to everyone and supports her classmates when they are having a rough time. She is always willing to help anyone in need. Jazaria is a reader and super helpful with classroom tasks. She is always ready and available to help her classmates.
Imani Renee Foster. Imani's compassion for her fellow students is truly amazing. She supports, uplifts, and encourages every person in the school. She is also very active in her church and gives back to the community. Litsi Castillo Oliveira. Litsi is an active member of the Winston-Salem Youth Advisory Council. She made sure that the school's Student Services Office had stress balls and other items that could assist students experiencing emotional distress. Litsi takes a very academically challenging course load while dealing with health concerns. Her work ethic, perseverance, and attitude towards life are exceptional. Jacqueline Hauser. Jackie interfaces effectively with many different constituencies, including alumni, students, and employers. Jacqueline's strong verbal communication skills allow her to relay information in a clear and coherent manner. She is a naturally caring person with a strong desire to help and serve her school. Jennifer Rose Perez. Jennifer is a very active student within the school. She is always willing to assist with any school and cultural activities. Kristen Turner. Kristen is an amazing young lady. She has done a tremendous amount of community service and loves giving back to the community. She helped organize a sock drive. She gathered and packed the donated socks and delivered the socks to nursing homes. She also helps with East's annual blood drive and the JDRF walk to raise money for students with diabetes. Yaralise Rodriguez. Yaralise is the president of Spanish Club, which does the most community service out of all school organizations. In this role, she led Operación Feliz Navidad, which provides toys and food to elementary school children and their families. She also played a pivotal role in helping the club establish a food pantry for Glen students and families in need. Jordan Moore. Jordan is very involved in school and community activities, which has allowed her to be active on a local, regional, and national level. She is passionate about helping others and raising awareness of cultural and social issues. Brian Sellers. Brian stands out in any room due to his height, but he is remembered for how polite he is to everyone. Brian will go out of his way to help those who need it, both staff and students. Brian is a caring young man with a huge heart. Lucia Ann Wall. Lucia is extraordinarily compassionate, empathetic, inclusive, and loving. She is constantly thinking of others and how she can help them and include them. She spends a lot of her time, attention, and efforts trying to make her community a better place and the people around her feel loved. She truly believes that compassion can change the course of the world for the better. Jennifer Menivar Mejia. Jennifer is an amazing asset to the Mount Tabor community and the greater Winston-Salem community. She often helps the counseling staff with students who do not speak English by making sure they feel comfortable and at home at Mount Tabor and have the connections they need. She is active in the Youth Council and volunteers with the Second Harvest Food Bank. Kyla Lawless. Kyla embodies a spirit of inclusivity. She has always been a leader in empathy and compassion in the school. As a member of Senior Council, she works tirelessly to make sure all voices are heard equally.
She surrounds herself with people from all walks of life and is the first to offer a listening ear or a helping hand to anyone in need. She continually seeks out those who may be left on the margins and brings them into the fold. Amari Johnson. Amari is a 4-H tech change maker who teaches social media presence awareness and technology best practices in the community. Amari volunteers as a summer camp assistant with Lit and Ramtech, promoting literacy and STEAM education for youth. In preparation for his environmental engineering career, Amari will attend an agriculture camp and act as intern performing Weaver fertilizer explosion sampling research this summer. Amari is involved in community service activities through Boy Scouts, Crosby Scholars, WSSU Ramtech, Lit literacy training, and 4-H club while also participating in baseball and track. Paisley is proud of this Panther.
Kiana Andrews. Kiana is an ambitious young lady with a bright future. She is very active in school and the community and has participated in the spring musical, the Student Leadership Council, the Juneteenth Scholarship Pageant, the Race Relations Forum, and Chris Paul Foundation. Additionally, she strives to be a good example for her peers and is an IB diploma candidate. Kiana has a 4.0 GPA and is planning to attend Fayetteville State University. Alicia Washington. Alicia is a standout student who is highly engaged at R.J. Reynolds High School as well as in the community. She volunteers at the downtown school, helping third grade students who need math tutoring. She is a member of the Youth Grant Makers in Action, working to write grants to local youth for youth-led community projects. At RJR, she's involved in student government and as an ambassador where she engages with potential new families as well as mentor freshmen as they transition to high school. She is positive, warm, and always willing to help. Taniska Sharma. Taniska devotes a great deal of her time to volunteering with the Red Cross and Wake Forest Baptist Health. She is the Vice Chair and Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Co-Chair for the Red Cross Greater Carolina Youth Leadership Council. Ava Arrington. Ava brings dedication, dependability, and enthusiasm to everything she is committed to through her service in Senior Deans, HOSA, and the student government. Staff admire her engaging personality and positive attitude. Ella Brooke Morgan. Ella Brooke impacted her community greatly while online school was the norm. She created VIP, virtual, and in-person tutoring services, which caters to K-12 students and vulnerable populations struggling to adjust to online learning. She is truly dedicated to serving the community and has been recognized in the community for her services' impact on student learning. Juliana Wood. Juliana participates in community work. For the last 2 years, she's represented the WSBA on the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools Superintendent Students Advisory Council. Jaden Pierce. Jaden has helped to improve the climate and culture in the school. He comes in laughing and blowing kisses. He is a joy to see and will bring a smile to everyone's face, even if they're having a bad day. He also helps with getting lunches for his classmates. Chase Croak. Chase loves to be a helper. He looks for ways to show kindness to his classmates and teacher. Chase is a friend to everyone. Aaliyah Harrison. Aaliyah is kind and considerate to her classmates and always willing to volunteer and help others. Zay Miller. Zay gives unselfishly to others in his personal life, in school, and in his community. He is driven by empathy and his compassion to affect change and make a difference in the lives of others. He consistently put the best interests of others ahead of his own. He is a friend to all and offers a helping hand to any student or teacher in need. Wow, what a great evening. Thank you all for joining us as we celebrate and highlight students from across the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School District, students who have committed themselves to volunteerism. One of the greatest acts of kindness that we can commit is to be able to support others in our community in their time of need. And that's what these students are doing. Our students are working to make themselves positive, productive members of our community. And that's what we need. They learn by modeling. We have planted seeds and watered them, and we're watching our students grow. We want our students to know that we value them, we support them, and that we love them. And we're committed to helping them in their endeavors. Tonight, Nathan Rump was our speaker, and he shared parts of his journey. And if Nathan can do it, you can do it too. Our students have found themselves plagued with so many issues: COVID, social issues, academics, the rigor of it, and just being students. So tonight was their night. We know that if we can remain committed to advancing education and volunteerism and love and respect and acts of kindness, we all can make a difference. Thank you for joining us this evening. This was a wonderful night. I would like to thank the City of Winston-Salem, the Human Relations DEI Department, the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. Thank all of the teachers and administrators, the school counselors, everyone from the back door to the front for remaining vigilant to advancing our students. I would also like to thank the Human Relations Banquet Committee, Dr. Pam Peoples-Joyner, Commissioner Melissa Thompson. My name is Carrie Wiggins. I chair the Student Relations Banquet. This committee is important to me. This banquet is important because it allows us to love on our children and to show them that we appreciate and value them. Next year, we hope to be able to bring the banquet back in person. We hope that you will join us at that time. I would also be remiss if I didn't thank our parents. Parents, you are doing a wonderful job, and it shows because your student was selected by their schools to represent them. So keep doing what you're doing and know that we are here to support you if and when you need it. We look forward to celebrating many more students in the year to come. Stay committed, continue service to others, and we will be able to be there to support you. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.